Tori, and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas, and I'm super enjoying the cold weather, and I love the layers and everything, so I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But it is not an excuse to not be drinking water frequently, so I always mention it in the descriptions. I even mentioned it in our last video. Please have water nearby, and I know that it sounds silly, but sometimes we need to take a break for ourselves or even just sip water. Don't, just because it's nice and cool and we like the layers doesn't mean it's an excuse to not drink water still. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started today, standing nice and tall. We're gonna rock the body weight forward and a little bit back. Okay, let's settle the feet nice and strong in the ground. Let's go ahead and build the spine up, soft knees, tall spine, open heart space. All right, when you're ready, let's inhale nice and tall. Maybe take a back bend. Find our neutral spine again and then dive all the way to the ground. Okay, let's go ahead and rise up nice and tall. Exhale, hang heavy. Now we're going to take an interesting fold here. So if you have problems touching your feet, that's okay. Just hug the back of your calf muscles. If you're all right here, let's see if we can plant the tops of the hands flat to the ground and wedge them underneath the soles of our feet. Okay, you don't have to touch your feet if you don't want to. You can hug the calf muscles instead. But I want to challenge you to press the feet strong, even the toes strong into the heel of the palm. I'm getting stuffy bent over. Anyway, okay. Soft knees behind us, long spine heavy. We're going to go ahead and feel nice and heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. All right. When you're ready, let's take one more breath. Let's gently peel the body weight back to the heel of the foot, turning the finger pads to the ground. Okay, let's take a walking step back with our left leg, keeping the right knee soft beneath us. We'll rise up, sweep the hands to the sky. We've got our short stance, warrior one. Let's bring the hands down to heart center. Send the heart forward and create a long line down the back of the body, okay? From the back of the head all the way down to the back heel. Short stance, warrior one, and then we're sending the heart forward. Okay, strong leg beneath us. Now I want to challenge us here. Let's see if we can move into stork pose. Slow and easy. We're going to lift up on the back tippy toe. We're going to build the body up tall over that standing leg. Leave the knee a little soft. But let's bring the left knee forward to hover at about hip height for stork. Okay, standing balance. You got it. Let's return to mountain. Plant both feet strong. Shake it out. Let's try that again. Sweep nice and tall. Exhale, dive before us. Okay. We don't have to try the hands flat this time. We're just going to rise up, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. Okay, right foot comes back, left knee still soft. Rise up nice and tall. Short stance, warrior one. We reach for the stars. And then we'll bring the hands down to heart center. We'll take a bow just a little bit. Sending the heart a little bit forward. All right, when you feel ready, let's go ahead and come up on the tippy toe. Build up the spine, leave the knee soft, and let's bring that right knee forward to balance. Hover. Okay. We've got stork pose. Strong breath in the body. Return to mountain. Both feet flat. Shake it out a little bit. Let it go. Okay, reach nice and tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. Left foot steps back just a little bit. Rise up. Instead of short stance warrior, let's go ahead and lengthen that front knee, and we've got pyramid. Not far, not a very big difference. This time, hands to the hips, because we're going to stretch both hamstrings at the same time. All right, so for pyramid, we push the hips to the back of the room, we push the heart to the front of the room, and we try to take a bow. We can hover here, or we can rest the hands on top of the thigh, not the kneecap, the thigh. All right, or we could lower the heart a little bit more, or a little bit more. Long legs, straight spine, wherever you can find yourself balancing. Okay, from pyramid, let's rise up nice and tall. Sweep the hands to the sky. And then when we exhale, let's sweep the hands heavy, step forward, shake it out. Okay, let's try that on the opposite side. Rise nice and tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. Right foot comes back, rise up, not warrior one. We're going for pyramid, so long legs. Hands to the hips. Tall spine. Exhale, push the hips back, push the heart forward. Take a bow. Okay, maybe we rest on the thigh. Shin bone. I always want to say calf, but that's the back. So shin bone. Okay. Awesome. Let's rise up nice and tall. Shake it out. All right, slow and easy. Let's rise up nice and tall again. Exhale, forward fold. Rise for the half lift. Hang heavy. Let's walk it out into our downward facing dog. All right. We'll bring the heart forward for high plank, and we're going to move back and forth for a few moments here. So we'll exhale up and back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Whew, one more time. Awesome. Come back to high plank. Finally, release down to the mat. Lift the heart just a little. Lower the heart. Okay, let's try one more baby cobra. Lift the heart just a little. And release. And this time, let's try a full cobra. So lift the heart and press through the palms this time. Keep the elbows a little soft. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Push the chin to the sky. Full cobra. Awesome. Let's go ahead and release to the ground. Now I want to make us uncomfortable here. I know how that sounds. Anyway, to make ourselves more uncomfortable here, let's go ahead and set the right elbow across the front of the body here. So the right elbow is still in front of the right shoulder. The right hand crosses in front of the left shoulder. And then we're going to walk that elbow underneath our shoulder so we can lift the heart off of the mat. So it feels like our cobra, but now we have a support system here, okay? So that being said, let's put a bend in the left knee, pointing the left toe to the sky and trying to bring the left heel close to the glute. Okay, we'll try and squeeze. And then let's reach back with our left hand, just like our tigress pose, okay? We're going to see if we can catch a sock, a pant leg, maybe a towel or a blanket. We feel comfortable wrapping around real quick, lassoing, I don't know. All right, so we'll grab onto that left foot somehow, some way. My challenge for you is to rest the body weight into that right forearm, okay? And try to lift the left knee off of the mat. Whew. Point the toe to the sky, and then kick into the hand. Okay, big breath. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is our half lightning bolt pose. Big shoulder opener, big hip opener. Lots of tension in the leg. Okay, let's careful release. And let's cross the arms in front of us. Drop the forehead into the forearms. Now, you can leave the legs out long to rest for a moment, or if you're like me and you've got that tension in the knee that needs to be moved around a little bit, leave the heels in the sky and just sway side to side for a moment. Okay. All right, we're doing it again. We're trying the other lightning bolt, you guys. So, well, half lightning bolt. Okay. Let's go ahead and lengthen those legs long across the mat. Right hand is going to plant beneath the right shoulder. Left forearm is going to stay across the front of the body. We're just going to walk ourselves up a little bit. So the left elbow is beneath the left shoulder supporting us. Left hand in front of the right shoulder. We're going to lift the heart a little bit. Okay, then we're going to bend the right knee. Point the toe to the sky and bring that heel close to the glute. Just try that alone for a few seconds. See how you feel. Okay. Right hand is going to come back just like our tigress pose. Maybe we catch a pant leg or a sock. Maybe we catch the foot today. No judgment, even if we're just reaching today, okay? No judgment, no expectation. This is the hard part. Okay, let's try to lift the knee off of the mat. Let's kick into the hand and breathe. Half lightning bolt or bow pose. Big breath in the body. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and gently release that right leg. Cross the forearms before us, rest the head. Okay, option to roll the knees and hips side to side, or just leave the legs out long to rest. Whatever suits you today. Okay. Now we did a lot of stretching that involved our abdominals and a lot of tension adding to our back muscles. So let's extend the legs long. Let's set the hands beneath the shoulders. Heel off of the mat for our tabletop. Okay, and roll all the way back for child's pose. So we're going to drop the torso heavy, round the spine. Stretch the arms out long and drop the forehead. All right, while we're here, I want you to become very much aware of what it feels like to press the weight of the body back into the hip bones here. So it's like you really grip them out with your hands and press the weight of the body heavy into the hips. Press away from the front of the mat. Okay, rounding the spine, kind of counteracting a little bit what we did there with our bow and our cobras. All right, no judgment, no expectation. Let's rise up to our tabletop. Let's tuck the toes under, sweep the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's walk forward for our forward fold, words. All right, so knees are soft, crown of the head is heavy, shake yes, shake no. All right, let's rise up for our half lift and release. Okay, let's climb all the way to mountain, slow and easy. All right. Anyway, once we get to mountain, feet are strong in the ground, knees are a little bit soft, spine is tall, heart space is open. You know, we've done this a lot, we've got it in our mountain pose. Now, let's go ahead and sweep the hands nice and tall to the sky. Maybe you take a back bend, find our neutral spine, but leave the hands tall, okay? I want to challenge us in our camel pose, but we'll be standing. So let's take a few moments to see how it feels. With hands reaching tall, let's exhale, swing the right hand way back behind us, and then I want you to plant the heel to palm flat in the top of our hip here. So we're going to find the shelf of our glutes. We're going to push the heel to palm to where we meet the bone. Press the fingertips down into the flesh of the glutes, and then push the hips a little bit forward. Reach up and across the midline of the body with that left hand. Okay, come back to neutral, both hands rise, hips, shoulders level. Exhale, swing the left palm back. Press the heel of the palm to the bone of the hip. Press the fingers down, reach up and back with the right hand. And we're gonna kind of swim a little bit like this for a moment. Inhale, neutral hips, neutral shoulders. Exhale, right palm back, push into the hips, reach back. Inhale, neutral hips, neutral shoulders. Exhale, left palm back, push into the hip, reach back. Okay, one more time on each side. Inhale, nice and neutral. Level the body. Exhale, right palm comes back, push and lean. Inhale, rise up. Last time, left palm swings back on the exhale. Push into the hip, lift, and lean back. Awesome. Let's go ahead and inhale, come back to neutral, both palms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, half lift. Exhale, release, palms to the ground. Step the feet back for our high plank. Okay, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, rise up, just baby cobra. Exhale, release. Find our tabletop. And this time in our child's pose, set the feet the knees way out wide to the edges of the mat. leave the two big toes together in the middle of the mat, and then fold the torso down for child's pose. But now we have wide stance child's pose. So we can cross the arms to rest our forehead, our neck, and our shoulders, but we're gonna drop the belly heavy here, okay? Now that the knees are way out wide, kind of like a frog, you could imagine, I guess. We're gonna drop the belly and drop the heart, super heavy to the ground. Breathe. It's gonna kind of trying to round at the very end of the spine near the tailbone and really drop the lower back. Doing a lot with abdominals today, I suppose. All right, when we're ready, let's go ahead and build up to our tabletop. Set the hands and the knees beneath the body again. Sorry, my sleeves. Let's rock a little bit forward and a little bit back. Not far, not fast. Rock a little bit left and a little bit right. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and come around into a seated posture. So we're going to bring the hips to the ground and we're going to extend the legs way out long in front of us. Okay, but this time I want to take our left foot out wide beyond the edge of the mat if we can. And then let's bend our right knee and scoop that right sole of the foot in close to the body. Like the sole of that right foot is going to hug our left leg and our right knee is open, okay? So left toe stands to the sky, leg is long. Let's go ahead and build up the spine tall. And we're going to lean the heart forward nice and neutral. Now you can weigh down, let me rotate in a moment. You can weigh down that right knee or you could just focus on sending the heart forward, okay? It is a wide stance. Forward fold on one side only, okay? Wide stance, forward fold, and a hip opener. Okay. Let's go ahead and gently rise up nice and tall. Let's exchange the legs. The right leg comes out long, and then at a wide stance, and then we'll bend the left knee for balance. Okay, soft knee before us, toe to the sky. We'll build up the spine and then exhale, send the heart forward. You can weigh down the left knee or you can ignore it. Okay, lots of options here. All right, sending the heart forward though. Okay, we have our half wide stance, half hip opener. All right, you guys, I think you know where we're going. We're gonna try the full wide stance forward fold. So let's build up the spine. Yep, let's send both legs out long and at a wide stance. And it can be as wide stance as you want. Some of us are going to be ready to do a split right away. I've been doing yoga for a long time. And let me tell you, I'm still not on a split level. And it's just because everybody's body is different. So no judgment, no expectation. Set the feet as far apart as you're comfortable setting them. And then soften the knees, okay? We don't have to shock the body here. Soften the knees, toes to the sky. All right, tall spine. Send the heart forward only as far as you can keep the spine straight, okay? If you feel yourself dumping into the shoulders and rounding the spine, back it up a little bit. Roll those shoulders back and focus on the abdominals in the back of the body, okay? It's not about getting the heart flat to the ground. It's about how you feel in the body as you are trying harder. Okay. If you feel safe, you can lengthen those knees. If you need to keep them soft, please do. Okay. Let's ease up on the low back a little bit. Let's build up the spine again. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees remain wide. Butterfly pose. Okay, this is going to feel better. But it's still forward fold, so spine is tall and we send the heart forward. Option to weigh down the knees here. And we're going to feel a little bit different in those glutes and hamstrings at the back of the leg. Pace yourself. Don't feel like you have to push through the discomfort. Just meet the discomfort where you are today. Okay, and then we'll build up nice and tall. We'll stand the knees to the sky. We're going to roll back on the mat. So make sure you've got a lot of clear space back there. Roll back on the mat, lengthen the spine long, and then scoop the knees up over the chest. Rock and roll. Side to side, maybe a circular motion. Some people like to rock up and down the spine. Whew, that freaks me out, but I have a spinal surgery, so to each his own. Do what you like. We're just kind of body weight massaging out the hip space, the low back space, the abdominals, whatever we can feel the weight of the body kind of rolling through here. Okay, finally, let's go ahead and extend the heels up to the sky. And I'm going to say extend the heels because some of us need soft knees to get those feet up tall in the sky. Some of us can really push through it, but can't hold it for long. Keep the knees soft, but flatten the feet to the sky above. As long as the feet are flat, we're on the right track, okay? And we're just going to hold for a moment. Hold. Hands can be out wide. They can be over the belly, over the heart, whatever suits you best, okay? Keep on breathing. Two more breaths. All right, fold the knees down to the heart. Release the soles of the feet to the ground. If you feel kind of funny in the feet, kick the legs way out long. Send each heel of the foot to opposite corners of the mat. So you're kind of stretching out like a gingerbread man here. Maybe we want to change where the hands are resting. Okay, but we're moving into final relaxation. So if you're like me, sometimes it takes the joints, the bones, and the muscles to really give in to relaxation. Sometimes it takes some convincing. We can rock the head side to side. We can roll the heels, pedal out the knees if we need to. Really convince the body that it is okay to rest for a moment. Okay. Now I've got a special meditation for us today. So if you prefer to do meditation in a seated posture, that's okay. If you want to remain stretched out like a gingerbread man, please do. Without judgment and without expectation, I want you to start to drift away from the space that you are in and drift towards yourself. That makes sense. Close the eyes, relax the face. And I want you to imagine that you know where the center of your body is. And I want you to draw your attention to wherever you think that is. No judgment, no expectation, no need to change anything. Just come to your center, wherever you think that is. Okay. Now, now that you've drawn your awareness deep towards yourself, I want you to think of one person in your mind that always brings a smile to your face. Always makes you laugh. I want you to think of one person in your mind you care very much about, even if it's a pet. And chances are that you know exactly where they are right now. Maybe. So I want you to imagine that person moving around in the space that you think they're in right now, if it's at work or if it's at home. And I want you to imagine that you can see them there, moving, talking to someone, making something to eat, rolling around. I want you to see that person that you care very much about. Okay, and I want you to imagine that you can see yourself where you're at right now, what you're doing. And you have a very clear image in your mind, or maybe it's just a little muddy image of this person that you care about and yourself. Okay. I want you to imagine this this line between the two, between this person and yourself. An imaginary maybe thread or vector or dotted line between you and this person that you care very much about. All right, and we're going to start to muster all of the good feelings that we have about this person. I want you to really just gather up the memories, the happiness, the laughter. And I want you to imagine that you can send that good feeling to this person through that thread. Gathered it all up in a good, packed up, tight little happiness ball. We're going to push that feeling towards that person. Doesn't matter how far away they are, we're pushing all of that towards them. Okay, and as you're breathing, I want you to feel kind of like that is helping with creating sort of a wave of that happiness and that laughter and that joy. With every breath, we exhale and push more towards that person. And it's radiating off of us with every breath. Okay. And the funny thing about that sort of radiating sense, that wave that we are sending to that person, is that it's not a direct line. It's going to wash over everything and everyone between us and them. Okay? Every cycle of that breath, we're going to feel it, that good emotion, that happiness, that joy, pushing away from ourselves through everything in between us and heading straight for that one person. Okay. Another funny thing about waves is that when it meets its destination or when it meets an object, it kind of bounces back. So you've sent all that goodness out. You're going to feel little reflections, little pushback of that happiness, that joy, that laughter coming back towards you. A little bit here, a little bit there. And I want you to stay mindful of that as you move through the rest of your day. But now I need you to draw your attention back to yourself. No longer a muddy image of yourself just remaining still in one space. I want you to really imagine your face. And then I want you to notice what you feel. So physically around you, there are textures of clothes, hair, skin, carpet. You're feeling the immediate space around your body again. And no longer does it feel like you're deep within. Now it feels like you're coming back into the body. You're noticing the breeze of the wind around you, gentle sounds in the space around you. And as you're drawing your awareness back into this current space, I want you to become comfortable with the idea of moving, changing a little bit. So wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, rock the wrists a little bit, rock the head side to side slow. Maybe roll the hips side to side. Like always, we're going to choose a favorite side of the body without putting much thought into it. Just roll on over and then build yourself up to a seated place from there. Any seated posture that you like. We might be groggy for a little while, so just take your time to wake back up again. Okay, and when you feel ready, It is at this time, at the end of our practice, that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here today. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you. Namaste.